Hello friends, today you are going to be making thank you notes for all of the school supplies we received at the beginning of this year. So I'm going to show you how you can do your best work. You are going to choose a paper to decorate today after this video, and then you will have a choice of how you decorate it and if you want to write a note on it. Let's get started. So if you are in first and second grade, you have a choice. You can do just a regular paper with a note on it, or you can actually make what looks like a card. I'm gonna start with this paper first. So I have a choice of using color pencils, crayons, or markers today. Whatever you use, make sure you're keeping your supplies in the middle of your table so all of your friends can share. If I am going to use color pencils, my goal is to go nice and slow, so I'm doing my best work. So when I'm using color pencils, I'm trying to color in that entire space. And remember, these papers are for thank you letters for the people that donated all of our school supplies, like our scissors, our crayons, our glue, all of the important stuff you guys use every day at school. So whatever I'm using, you see I use my red color pencil. When I'm done, I put it back, and then I can pick a new color. My goal is to try and make this my best work because it is a thank you note for someone else. If I want to use both colored pencils and markers, I can totally do that. I'm going to finish here with this orange color pencil, and you can see if I'm using a color pencil, I'm pressing kind of hard, but I'm also coloring that entire letter in. I'm not scribbling. If I want to use a marker, same thing. I'm going to open my marker. I like to put the lid on the back. And again, I'm going to do my best coloring, which means I want to go nice and slow so it's my best work. As you are creating, your goal is to color and decorate the paper. Now, if you are a person that chose to do this other paper, this is like a letter. So what we can do with this one is a card. We are gonna actually fold it in half. You see how there's this dotted line in the middle? I'm gonna take this paper, lining up my corners. You can always ask a friend to help you do this, and I can fold it in half. Then I can do the same thing. I can take my markers and do my best coloring on the outside, but what's really cool is that on the inside, I can then write a note. And on the board, I'll put up a few phrases that you can actually write. And you can see this is smaller, so I want to make sure I'm really taking my time. I would want to color this whole thing. I can actually write a note on the inside, something like, thank you for our school supplies, or you are the best. So I'm going to take my marker, and I can use a marker or a pencil. Thank you for our school supplies, because that is what we are making thank you notes for. And then on the bottom, I could write my name. If you are doing a regular coloring paper, I'm gonna put a little smiley face too. If you're doing a regular coloring paper, you probably wanna write your name on the back. Even if you don't write a note, you can still write your name somewhere on the paper. So on here, I could say from Misty Haas, right in the middle. Oops. And if you make a mistake like me, that's okay. I can always fix that and change it into something else. We always say we make mistakes. So, as I'm coloring, my goal is to make sure it's my best work. I can use colored pencils, I can use markers. There are also crayons on your tables. When you're done using a marker, last big reminder, we have to snap them closed. So if you listen, I gotta make sure my marker is snapped closed before I get a new color. Your goal is to color your paper, doing your best work. When we are done with our papers for today, or when it is the end of art class, we're gonna turn our papers into the green bin up front so we can send these off to our friends that gave us all of our school supplies as a thank you note, excuse me. All right, friends, happy creating.